Do you
And
see
it's an
parallels
emotional
between
journey.
your military experience and dog training? Yeah, 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 for sure.
I do. I do. I see a lot of parallels. Um, it is the military is very structured, and in the beginning, dog training is very structured, and then you kind of have to go off script. Um, but you have to start somewhere. And when you go to boot camp, they break you down to build you up. Now, we're not breaking these dogs down, but we're building them up
Hmm.
from most of the ones we work with come with a lot of baggage. And because they have that
Yeah,
baggage,
yeah.
we have to figure out where is your starting point? Where do I have to take you back to get you to move forward? So there's a big parallel with that.
How do you feel like the discipline and the structure or your mindset from the past helped you in this process?
I have learned over the years that if you want to be successful, especially in the military, my job on board ships was to hunt submarines. And my crew was pretty much one of the best in the fleet because we took it seriously. And we drilled and we drilled
Hmm.
and we drilled and we learned our tasks very well. We crafted it into a fine art, and that carries over. We learn to do things the right way. I don't like to lose. I do not like to lose. So
Yeah.
if if there's a challenge, I'm not going to give up. If there's a challenge with one of these dogs, I'm not walking away and saying I can't fix this. We're going to work at it and work at it and work at it until we get it. And I'm not going to have anybody ever in my entire life say, "Oh, you walked away from that one. It was too hard for you."
Yep. Yep.
That's not an option.
Yeah. I think that's one thing I learned from my father is that you don't give up. Things may set you back, but you don't give up. And that's, for me, I can proudly say that I haven't given up on a dog or a person in this journey, um, because there's always a different way. There's always different ways to accomplish the same goal. What makes veterans uniquely
Yes.
suited for dog training work?
Dedication. When they set their mind
Let's,
to
yeah,
something, for the most part, we once we're set to a task, we don't stop. We don't have an off switch sometimes.
yeah. Let's talk about your journey in becoming a dog trainer and the Western States Canine College and why Western States Canine College, one, two, what were you looking to go to school to be a dog trainer when you discovered Western States?
No, I was not. And I discovered Western States when this sassy young lady who did not feel well came to town and gave a 3-day seminar. And I loved the no nonsense approach. I loved the way that it was presented and in plain terms. This is how you do it. This is why you do it. And I fell in love with that. And that's when I made the decision on what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And then you know who that person was, right? Yeah, you.
Yeah. Yeah, I there are many moments that I when I was out there that I didn't want to forget and I haven't forgotten. And one was meeting you. And the other one was working with the inmates at the prison. And then the third was I think I shocked everybody out there um, in in my approach. They could see the results, but I don't think they comprehended it at the time. So, um, yeah, I came in.
No.
I'm
And
powerhouse when I come in. So, um,
you did. I was impressed.
I am glad. I am glad you're in our program. You are one of the biggest cheerleaders to the students. You're that you also give a lot, and the other students learn a lot from you. I think sometimes they write off of your confidence, um, but also want to be a part of your journey.